Mantan Moreland was an American actor who was passed over from being hired as one of the Three Stooges. But not for the reason you may think. Mantan was often the top-billed actor after the main star. Today, he's best remembered for his appearances as a comic relief character in many of the Charlie Chan mystery movies. But most people don't know that Mantan was almost one of the famous Three Stooges. In this video, we'll explore how this almost happened and whether he would have made a good stooge. In a time when black actors were largely background characters, Mantan stood out, not only as a black comic actor, but among all comic actors. One of the routines he was known for was his famous indefinite talk routine, in which he would speak with another actor, starting a sentence only to be interrupted by the other. They never finished a sentence, yet understood each other perfectly. Mantan recreated this routine in several of the Charlie Chan films. One of the high-profile comedians of the time who appreciated Mantan's comedic skills was Moe Howard of the Three Stooges. But to fully understand the connection between the Three Stooges and Mantan Moreland, we need to go back to the 1920s and look at all the times when the Stooges changed their lineup. Moe and Larry Fine were mainstays throughout the ensemble's nearly 50-year run. The third Stooge was originally played by Moe's older brother, Shemp Howard. At that time, they were part of an act with a very popular comedian of the time, Ted Healy. Eventually, Shemp went on to pursue work as an actor in Hollywood, and he was replaced by younger brother Babe, who was billed as Curly. After a series of disputes with Healy, they parted ways and signed with Columbia Pictures as the Three Stooges. During the next 20 years, the Stooges appeared in many successful short films for Columbia. At the same time, Mantan Moreland was making a name for himself as a comedy actor. He was becoming so well known that his name even appeared in the title of several films, including Mantan Runs for Mayor. His cocky, jittery, and sensible coward character was well defined and kept him working throughout the 1940s. However, this portrayal was eventually deemed offensive to the black community, and Mantan began receiving fewer roles in the 1950s. Meanwhile, Shemp Howard was also enjoying a successful career as a character actor. Brother Curly suffered a debilitating stroke in May of 1946, and Shemp returned to the act, restoring the original Three Stooges lineup. This was done more as a favor to Moe and Larry, and he intended to fill in until Curly could return. However, this never happened, and Shemp continued with the trio until his death of a heart attack on November 22, 1955. This left the team with a problem. There were no other Howard brothers to replace Curly and Shemp. If they were to continue, they needed to find a third stooge. According to Moe's autobiography, he wanted a two-stooge act. However, Columbia head Harry Cohn was determined to replace Shemp as part of the act. According to biographer Michael Price, Mantan Moreland was briefly considered as a possible addition to the Three Stooges. Moe was said to have been observing Mantan's act for years and offered him a chance to join the act as the new third stooge. Mantan was reported to be enthusiastic about the offer. However, Columbia Pictures had different ideas. They insisted on a comedian already under contract. The role eventually went to Joe Besser, who was already an established Columbia comedy shorts star, and like Mantan Moreland, was a frequent supporting actor. But it almost happened, and I think Mantan would have made a great stooge, even better than Besser. He was a talented and experienced actor. His comedic timing was impeccable, and he was accustomed to working with other comedians. After all, he had a long history in vaudeville and had teamed up with Ben Carter in a comedy act that played for years. As for his bulging eyes and cackling laugh, which were his trademarks and strongly tied to him, well, these would no longer be seen as an offensive black stereotype, but would fit right in with the Stooges, as they always demonstrated comical, wide-eyed cowardice. I think Mantan would have been right at home as one of the Stooges. What do you think? Leave your comments down below. Mantan Moreland died of a cerebral hemorrhage in 1973 in Hollywood and is interred at the Valhalla Memorial Park Cemetery in North Hollywood, California. Please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time on A Look Back.